rocking out with us today. I'm back with my brother, Porter Rock, man. P. Diddy named him pretty. What's going on, P. Rock? What's going on with you, good brother?
Grand opening, grand closing. No, what's going on, brother?
To the Ja Rule, man. You done bought 200 tickets to the Ja Rule concert on me, man.
What's going on, brother, man? It's good to be back. Digital Streets, the realest podcast, the best podcast on a Sunday. We kicking motherfuckers out.
Yeah,
that's what we doing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We taking over. You know what I'm saying? There's only two things to do: respect the Lord and watch Digital Streets. That's it. That's all you're gonna do on this. And football. Three things.
Football.
What's going on, man?
Everything's smooth. Everything's copacetic, good brother. Everything. He said everything is everything.
Everything's everything, man. It's good to hear, brother.
We got hold on. Let me bring this up. Right, I'm on the wrong one. Hold on. What's going on, Lex Press? We got. Well, next week is what do you call it? Next week is XO 18.
Oh yeah, on Saturday.
Oh, you're biting. Oh, hello.
Well, you cutting in and out too.
Oh. Do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen. Say something for me again, bro.
Oh shit.
Let me see. Do me a favor. Hop out the Discord and hop right back in for me.
That's what I'm gonna do. Let me get out. Let me see if I can.
You can go hop because I gave you a role, so you can hop right in, hop right back in, and say something. You can hop. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. As my man P Rock get his camera, mic, and everything together, you'd be so kind as to hop in, hit the like button. We're gonna have a interesting show. We're gonna try, as always, me and my man Porter Rock, good chemistry. Even though we bug out, we would try to give you the truth, the whole truth. Let me drag them down. There you go.
You hear me?
Yeah, you got it. Perfect. Now you're perfect.
Okay. Now we're good. All right.
Yeah. Now we're cooking with some grease. You know what I mean?
That's it. Now we're cooking with chicken fat.
Yeah, for real. Like I said, if you guys come in, you'd be so kind to hit the like button. Like I said, a few things we're going to talk about. He just filled me in on the backdrop about Diablo Immortal mobile disaster. I see everybody's talking about this now. Also, too, we're going to talk about XO 18, what he expects. We'll try to, we hate to see and question his integrity. So we can get the truth about a Porter Rock about that. What else? Oh, you know what? Too, we you know what I noticed too, and we can get into that as the room fill up. That people with Red Dead, people saying they're bored with already. Some people say it's. We can talk about this. They're complaining about the controls for whatever reason. You know what I mean? We can talk about that also too. Not a very popular subject. Well, I guess. Well, Sony didn't even do a Paris Games Week show this year.
Yeah, that's true. That kind of flew under the radar.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So you got no PSX, you got no PSX, you got no what's that? Paris, no PSX, no Paris Game Week. So damn, is Next Generation around the corner? Got to talk about that. Because damn, that's shit. Again, that's no two big shows. They did no Gamescom. They did E3, of course. No Gamescom. No Paris Games Week show. And no PSX. So, maybe Microsoft can end this year with a bang. We're going to talk about that. We got MPD sales. Top 10 on both PlayStation and Xbox. You the man with the number. That's your conversation. That's, we try to get some, they try to give us some backlash again about those AMD numbers. And I still don't think that they get what we're trying to say. They
know, bro. They don't get it.
You know what I mean? Well, Z Hughes. No, bro. Listen. Hey, bro. Listen. They got your number. I'm gonna shout out, and this is not even no shade at my man. What was my man named? Sick Humor. That day you was trying to express it, bro. I'm hopping out this G road. I ain't got it in.
That's too much, bro. These motherfuckers just don't get it, bro.
Yeah, they don't get it. So. It is what it is.
But Windows Central said, But Windows Central said.
Yeah, they don't get it, man. So listen here, bro. Like I said, I'm hopping out that G right. They can believe but Mooch and listen, and no shade at them. Bro, listen. I'm gonna say this.
We're gonna talk about that, and hopefully we can break it down slowly, bro.
Slowly. Listen,
you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna break it down Barney style. We're gonna treat this episode like Barney, bro.
Hey, bro, I was listen. Say this right: men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Now, as you guys are filling in again, I'm about to see you in a minute. I'm gonna tweet it out. As you can tweet it out for me. For us, rather. You know what I mean? But Porter, what's been going on with you, good brother? I haven't spoken to you in about a week. Physically, go so long without communicating, man. Your life is short, man. At least check in with your
I know that. It's really just the hours, bro. Like I said, being 5-6 hours difference and shit like that. It's been a busy week. It's been a busy like 2 months at work and stuff like that because we're trying to get ahead of the holiday season. So that way, on Christmas, Thanksgiving, like what we try to do is front load the work now. So that way, by the time. Technically, starting next week is when we start slowing down because next week we celebrate our birthday. So the Marine Corps Ball is next week. Mm-hmm. Then we get 4 days off for Veterans Day. Mm-hmm. Then a week later we get 4 days off for Thanksgiving.
Wait, here's a question: do you guys get to vote?
Yeah, of course.
So what's whatever? But you don't have a state. So right now they wrote.
No. I do have a state. So when you enlist in the military, the state you were at when you enlisted is your home state for the rest of your career until you purposely change it. So even during your 20 years, like I live in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
But I am still a New York resident. That's why I still have my New York driver's license.
I got you.
And I could technically register my car still in New York, but I don't because it's cheaper in North Carolina.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But I still vote for my district. I still have all the benefits of being a New Yorker. I even have to pay taxes for the state of New York, but because I don't physically live there, I get waived and I get all my money back. But throughout the year, I pay taxes to the city of New York. So throughout the year, I pay money in taxes. But at the end of the year, when you do your tax refunds, I get all that refunded back because I don't physically live in New York.
Okay.
But I'm still considered a resident of New York State, New York City.
Well, that's what I want to know. I ain't want to put your business out your state.
And that's cool. That's cool. If anybody is interested in military, whatever state you enlist in or you become an officer, whatever, that's your home state for your career. And the reason why they do that is because, like, for example, you move from state to state to state, you have to constantly change your, driver's license, all this shit. Mm-hmm. But by still remaining a resident of that state, you still get all the benefits of that state.
Okay. With that being said, now also
Xbox gamers don't deserve to vote.
Oh shit! They're being messy already. Join me and PROCK live on the.
What's up, the chat? What's up, Ice Queen Gaming? What's up, everybody? Welcome.
Tackle the latest. How you said the latest?
So type in. Well. Join us as we grand opening and grand closing.
News and rumors. All right, but listen, like I said, there's a lot been going on since the last time. But I don't know. We had the whole J Dubs, the whole fiasco with that, him getting banned on Twitter. Even it's crazy, right? And not to make.
I know he was on a multiplayer broadcast last week, right?
Yeah. Did
he make it? Nice.
He's back, right? And it's I want to say this, right? I want to start off by saying this, right? I don't take any pleasure. Maybe I do. Some season. They say next gen, you always about the drama. No, I don't, man. I mean, there's always, how you say, 3 sides to the story. My side, that other person's side, and somewhere in line is the truth. You know what I mean? I always say this too. I don't lie on anybody. I tell true stories that is funny, man. I don't care how outlandish you may seem. I'm telling you what it's really happened. You know what I mean? It's just me just bugging out. When I told you guys, doing, it had to be the multiplayer. D camera came on. Well, he had a glass dick in his mouth, literally. So what I mean. Next gen it's everything in moderation. So cool. Hey, listen, man. If you like it, I love it, man. Freebasing. I know what the fuck I saw. I tell true stories. That is funny. Now, I gave all the guys a lay of my onion, right? Who's next? And you're such a drama queen. And I don't know if you saw. I put out a very emotional tweet because I was tired of the bullshit. You know what I mean? I get blamed for a lot of shit, right? For whatever reason, whether it's right, wrong. This is true. Now I don't care. It's I carry the cross, and I said, you know what I mean. On this dog shit platform, I gave birth to a lot of your favorite YouTubers, right? Whether they choose to acknowledge that, this, that, and the other. And and I also will say this too, Paul Rocky, which is, we didn't have conversations off the air and on the air, you know what I mean? And so this is not something new. How you say, motherfuckers will use you or whatever to is no longer beneficial to them, you know what I mean? And let me choose my words wise. I'm not gonna try to be too messy, I don't want you to get caught up in this shit here. With that being said, so motherfuckers will use you, your platform, whatever, so they're no longer beneficial to them. You know what I mean? Me personally, like I said, bro, I've always been your biggest fan and I'm not just saying that again because you're here. I always, bro, make you a fucking channel. What the fuck is you doing, bro? You know what I mean? Get you at least a Twitter fucking picture or something.
Yeah, I remember you told me I don't give a fuck if you use a black and white phone.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Get out there. Yeah.
So people say to me, hold on, that's all this shit. Well, I'm just not jealous of anybody, bro. I just stay in my own lane. I would like for people to go off and springboard and bloom and blossom. I think it's the dopest shit ever, right? Now, so we had the shit that happened with J Dubs and how he was personally, I don't know, J Dubs can't be an asshole. I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker should get his troll game on early in the morning. I don't know, he wake up, do his push-ups first, he'd be out there about 5 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, about 3 hours behind us. He on, he on West Coast, so know what I mean?
We trying to catch up and shit.
Yeah, listen, I even blocked his ass one time. I think you put him on a multiplayer. That's how we, got talking. And once you get to talking, like I said, you know what I mean? It is what it is, you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie, sometimes he does have that natural knack to get up under a motherfucking skin. But again, we seen them unblock him, pop shit, and when they responded back to him, get him banned. You know what I mean, on Twitter or and I said again, and I don't feel like, you know what I mean, I didn't have a problem coming out there and how you say and being the first one out there to say, because that's just how I am. Look, you saw when I wrote with these black dudes, bro. I was the first one out there. What the fuck's going on with these black dudes? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and then he just hit me again. They're still trying to just shut him down. And listen, I'm gonna say this right. They always say next gen to release the tapes. I've been privy to a lot of conversations off the air, you know what I mean? And I don't, how you say, not to be on some Monica Lewinsky shit, just go back and record shit secretly. But that's my man. Hey, I'm just telling you, motherfuckers don't stop. I'm going to have this whole goddamn gaming community looking at each other like, you know what I mean? Like, the fuck? But you know what, Puerto Rock, they probably want to be care because I'm just a little old school. I'm not going to be in your face smiling if I really don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers, let me tell you something. Once you get to know a lot of these YouTubers, it's like taking a look behind the curtain and seeing how magic work. I'm telling you some real shit. You know what I mean? Like, seeing how some of these motherfuckers, what's put around, you didn't have your little ups and downs within this community. You know what I mean? Shit, look at Zobi. And I ain't got a problem with him. You see how that shit went left. You know what I mean? Bro.
They set me up.
Bro. Bro, you know how we cut up and bug the fuck out. You know what I mean? That little nigga went on an hour and a half live stream. Time I fed him to the wolves, and you know what I mean. I'm like,
that dude had my daughter thinking I was bullying him.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That shit was bad. I was like, what?
Hey, bro, man. Like, so I'm saying, like, I see a lot of people, whatever they'll think, we get into this community, and we'll just give you guys the fill up. We're gonna get into the topics, but but once you get to know a lot of these people or whatever. Like, these motherfuckers I say this shit all the time, motherfuckers is weird, man. It's like, again, seeing how motherfucker getting a look behind the curtain and see how the CGI screen really works and what's good with it. Like, I'm telling you, this shit is weird, man. But, again, shout out to J Dubs, man. I hope he's in church. Put in an offer for me, you wealthy bastard, you know what I mean? But with that being said, the last thing I'm gonna say, leave us alone. I'll fight back, man. I'm telling you right now, cool out with the fucking weirdo threats and this and that. I'm trying to tell you, I listen. You know what? It is what it is. If you don't stop, I'm not gonna start light. I'm gonna put the juicy shit out there first and let the chips fall what they may. I'm gonna say it's one of your favorite races. No, one of your favorite podcasts. You know what I mean? Members went on a racist rant in the Twitter DMs. Listen, some real shit. So stop. This is my last warning. Don't say shit else. Leave us alone. We ain't bothering you. I'm trying to tell you, it is what it is. Now, with that being said, that's my warning. That's my last warning. No more. My man just, I'm not going to push the issue. I already got this shit lined up. I got Twitter pictures and all this. It's done very professionally. Took my time. I just want to put the shit out there, P-Rock. Took my time, put the shit together. I got some music in the background. Listen, stop. It's the last warning. Now, with that being said, good brother, Diablo. Now I see, shout out to my dude Griffin Gaming. I see him talking about it on Twitter. I never really been into Diablo. I care less about BlizzCon. I seen your video about it, but I didn't really know what the heads and tails what the fuck was going on. Because I see the Switch has a Diablo game coming, so I'm thinking it's that Diablo, you know what I mean? But this is a new game. So what's the backlash? Or did I see the thing from Michael Patrick about gamers being entitled? And like, what are your thoughts?
Here's what's going on, right? So about 2 days ago, Blizzard had their annual huge event, BlizzCon.
Yes.
This is their Super Bowl.
Yes.
Once a year.
Yes.
Super Bowl, right? So people buy attendance, and I have to verify this, but I think to watch the stream, you had to pay too. I'm not sure. I just read that on Twitter. I have to verify, though. I have to verify.
Oh, wait. So this, okay. Now, this live stream wasn't on Twitch or YouTube. It's something you had to...
I have to verify, because I didn't see the stream, but supposedly you may have had to pay to get access to the stream. I have to verify, though. Okay, I have to verify. I just read that somewhere. Maybe I misinterpreted the tweet, but it sounded like in order to watch the stream, you had to pay like $50.
Damn.
So, but that's, but let me verify that. But ultimately, though, regardless if that's true or not, BlizzCon is their big event for Blizzard. Maybe even bigger than PlayStation Experience. I think it's even bigger than that, and they've been doing it for a while, right? So they hold BlizzCon, and the big new announcement that on Blizzard announced was Diablo for mobile called Diablo Immortal. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, the backlash is that the fact that this is not the right venue to announce this game. Everybody in the audience, majority of the people in the audience are not mobile gamers. So they attended this event with teasers and talks of a new Diablo game. And when Blizzard announced it, it's for a platform they don't even play on. You hear me?
I'm listening to you, bro.
Okay, my bad. I thought but you see what I'm saying? Okay. It's for a platform they don't even play on. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine right now, next week, when you go watch XO, the big announcement for XO is a phone game for Microsoft. Not a new game for Xbox, but for a phone game. Now, we're not saying these companies shouldn't be making phone games, because even Sony has a multi-billion-dollar game on mobile. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. But they never put the announcement on E3 or PlayStation Experience. You understand what I'm saying? Because they know there's a certain audience that watches these events. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? So the backlash is you have PC-centric gamers that attend these events every single year. They being teased that a new game in the Diablo universe is coming out. And then when it gets announced, it's not even on their platform. This event is not for mobile gamers. The mobile gamers wasn't watching this. The mobile gamers wasn't watching their streams. So that's the backlash. You know what I'm saying? Blizzard can make all the phone games they want, but they have to know their core audience. And you know why? And I'm starting to think little by little that's becoming a problem. These companies don't know the audience that watches these streams, that goes to the events, that pays attention to them. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem.
Let me ask you a question now. Blizzard, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Activision own Blizzard?
I think Activision owns Blizzard. Yeah.
Okay, all right. No, because it was Blizzard that, believe it or not, they did Project Gotham. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me say, not them not knowing what their audience are. It's the same thing. I take it back to Microsoft reveal of the Xbox One. And how they, blew it just with all the TV talk. Not saying the TV shit wasn't cool, but you had hardcore gamers that took off work to see this new console. They wanted to see some games, and they spent the hour show just talking about TV and its features. You know what I mean? I liken the same thing to that. You know what I mean? That they become so big or so removed from what's going on ground level that they no longer know what their core want, because now they're looking at the casual dollar. And mobile it is a huge platform, whether we like it or not. Not for me, but Again, I think might be Sony's only $1 billion game, but in those damn the first is a mobile app, like you said. I forgot the name of the goddamn game. You know what I mean? Mobile was huge. You see, mobile was huge. When you have Nintendo double dipping and putting in their iconic characters on fucking cell phones, Mario, with Pokemon and this that, and that's where the money is at, more or less. You know what I mean? Or free to Fortnite, PUBG. All these huge games are on mobile platforms. Now, you do have your hardcore, not the casuals, whether they had to play for the stream or whether they dressed up in characters that went there to BlizzCon. Not my things, but I get it. They've been teasing a new Diablo game, which has a huge cult following. I never got into the series, not really been my thing, but I know that it has a huge following, and they just supported with DLC or different map packs, however it goes. And again, I see that the Nintendo Switch has their version of Diablo coming out soon, or whatever the case may be. Hey, you see someone liking it to the fact of the Joe Montana football that I got trolled with. From the actual developer, for the record, I didn't make that news up. The actual developer, the dev that created the Joe Montana thing, he was in my DMs. You should talk about this, literally. You know what I mean? So, fuck him. I can see why gamers are pissed. Now, you do have Michael Patton saying that gamers are entitled. Sometimes we can be, Puerto Rock. You know what I mean? Some things, we can. But you know what? We are so passionate. You know what I mean? We spend the money. Like, you realize, I think who ever thought we were saying that right now that the gaming industry has surpassed the movie industry? You know what I mean? Just think about that. Think how big, E.T. and all these Disney movies were back then. That gaming has surpassed that by far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what? The backlash. Now, here's the thing, though. There being a backlash from the core, this game is still going to probably be hugely successful.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. You know what I mean? People complain, and again, you say, you know what? Not saying don't make a mobile game, but when they teased it and had people excited, they were waiting or expecting a new, I guess, AAA game for PC or either console. You know what I mean? And again, this game is most likely going to be hugely successful. Hugely successful. You know what I mean? So that is the gift and the curse. But you said, maybe they're just not connected. Look, I liken this to Microsoft. Not even make this a Microsoft thing. I was talking to Tim Dog yesterday. Shout out to Tim. And Tim said, and we were talking about, of course, the XO event rumors and stuff. And people saying tempering your expectations, or first they were hyping it like an E3. And I said, to be fair, I think Microsoft wants to put on a great show. They just don't know how to anymore. You know what I mean? Because you look at what do you call those shows? The Inside Xbox shows. Who the fuck
terrible.
Is that? Yeah, who are they for? You know what I mean? You don't need a show every month to talk about some DLC for a year-old game with some new controllers. You know what I mean? There's nothing exciting about that. You know what I mean? In my opinion. So, I don't know. Or here's the thing, or them just getting so cocky, our fans above anything that we do, no matter what we do, we can do no wrong. Do you think it's something like that? Or them not knowing what their audience and who came here?
I honestly think they don't know the audience. I mean, that's the only answer. Because it's like this. It's simply like this. You're right. Smart mobile gaming is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Like I said, Sony has a $1 billion franchise in phone gaming, right? But you and I, we don't know what the name of that game is unless we Google it, right? Why? Because they never presented it at E3, or they never presented it at PlayStation Experience. It was never there at these big events, right? But Sony still found success, because the truth is, mobile gamers don't watch these events, and that's the thing. It's like I said, and I try to explain this to somebody else. It would be like me and my wife going to Madison Square Garden to go to a Mark Anthony concert, right? We have an expectation. We're fans of Mark Anthony. We like his music. We enjoy his music. This is why we're going to his event, right? But when we go to this event, he doesn't sing his music. What he ends up doing is announce that he's gonna release a cookbook, and he starts cooking on stage with recipes from his cookbook. Now, I'm not saying Mark Anthony can't get into that industry, because I know there's a lot of movie stars and music stars that do that for extra money, right? I'm not saying Mark Anthony can't do that. But this is not the venue to do that. We didn't come so that way you can hype up your cookbook and all that shit. We came to hear you sing your music. That is your core audience, and that's who bought this ticket to see you see. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened with BlizzCon. You know, people who go to that event wants to see Blizzard for what they do at their best. They want to see Blizzard of what made them successful, which was make great PC games. You understand what I'm saying? Or big AAA games. That is the audience who arrived there, you know? But Blizzard decided to take this venue and show a mobile game to an audience that don't care for Blizzard mobile games. You know what I'm saying? It's the wrong audience. It's the wrong venue. It's the wrong presentation. You understand? They even said, one guy, when they did the Q&A, he even asked, at the very least, he asked, is this at least also coming to PC, right? You know what was their reply? What, nobody has phones in their pockets? Like, come the fuck on.
They being
like,
cocky.
He pulled the Donut?
Yeah, he pulled the Donny D.
You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, know your audience. You know? Yeah, know your audience. If you guys, there is no way in the world you can have this BlizzCon event and not think for a minute that the people who come to this event are your PC gamers.
Yeah,
that's insane. Again, we're not saying don't make a phone game. Make it, and then go on Twitter, go on your YouTube channel, and have a phone game announcement. But don't waste people's time where they have to, you know, they're taking time out of their day to either go to the event. Some people go out of state. They buy plane tickets and get hotels. Some people probably spend $500-$600 in hotels and plane tickets to come to this event. Just to hear that their new game is a phone game?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, there's people on a Friday night, they could have done anything in the world, but they're like, I'm staying home because I'm going to watch this BlizzCon event. You know, I want to check it out. And, you know, rumor has it they're making a new Diablo game. So, you know, I'm not going to go to this party. I'm going to stay home. Yeah. They stay home and watch this shit because they're fans of the company and they announce a phone game.
Hey, hold on one
You see what I'm saying? That is the problem.
Listen, I'm with you 135%. 130. Shout out to Stuart Stokes. He said, here you go. Hey, listen, man. I try not to make these shows messy, but here you guys like the foolery and the fuckery. Stuart Stokes said, I missed the stream last night. Can you ask Tim Dog how Microsoft magically made every Xbox and Xbox One X? Apparently, all Xbox owners have the better version of Red Dead Redemption 2. That's funny. Now you have Red Dead Redemption 2, right?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. I listen. I don't know what the standard resolution is on Red Dead Redemption 2. I heard it was like 800p or some shit like that.
On the S.
Yeah, 800p. I'm gonna say this right for those who don't know. Looking at both versions, my little cousin has it on the Pro, and I got a gifted a code on the X, right? There is a difference. I'm not even gonna sit there and lie. You know what I mean? I can honestly say that this is the first title that's released. Well, games, of course, they're gonna look a little better, but that you can there's an obvious difference. You know what I mean? Looking at them, you know what I mean? Now, of course, everyone doesn't have the X, so when the X pulls it off, the Xbox guys gonna take it as a win for the whole goddamn community, even though. 95 million,
even though you know what I'm saying? It's like the House Brothers.
Yeah,
life is good. Not for the Phil brothers.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They're going to take it as a win, the best win they can. But like I said, we can, I know you haven't tried it. Some people now saying that they're bored already with Red Dead Redemption 2. You know what I mean? I would say this, when you play it, you can see it's a very, very ambitious title. Because I can honestly probably say that this is the first game that I've played that the whole world is alive, literally. You know what I mean? You play Grand Theft Auto games where you might see the brother out there drinking a beer, or you know what I mean? Like this whole world is like there's a story. Everything's a story, you know what I mean? And probably most likely it's going to set the bar or the standard when it comes to open world games. I think they spent close to $700 billion developing this game. Made his money back already by far.
700 million.
Yeah, more or less. You know what I mean?
You said billion. Motherfuckers gonna expose you.
Yeah, they made his money back.
They're gonna take that little clip.
Yeah. Look, he always been
exposed.
Yeah. But people are saying that they're bored with it already. You know what I mean?
Here's my thing. Mm-hmm. Here's my thing. So, I pre-ordered the game, but I've been too busy playing Fist of All-Star. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a long game. That's why I stuck with it, because I think I'll be able to beat it within the next 2 or 3 days. But here's my thing. 99% of the compliments of Red Dead Redemption that I'm seeing from both PlayStation and Xbox gamers, so this is not even like a console war thing. Everybody's saying the same thing on both sides of the house, is how big and vibrant the world is. How beautiful the world looks, how alive it is. Like you go everywhere, people are doing their own thing.
Yeah.
So so they took it to the next level where all the attention to detail, right? And everybody's talking about the attention to detail where you have to feed your horse, you have to make sure you clean your gun, you have to do all this shit like real life, right? The problem is, at a certain point, this game is still a game. You understand what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you can have a beautiful, rich, open world that's lively, but the game still needs to be fun, and it still has to have good gameplay, right? When it comes to the gameplay, the actual controls, I hear people saying the controls are horrible. And the best compliment I've seen so far is that if you adjust your settings, the controls are doable. So the best compliment I've seen so far is the game is doable. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how I feel about that, because like imagine playing God of War, controls suck, right?
Uh-huh.
Or imagine if you play Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine playing Spider-Man and you go into those fight scenes, you swing into the city, and the controls suck, and you're always crashing into buildings, or you can't beat up the guys and do all that shit because the controls suck. How would those games be reacted to? You understand what I'm saying? Imagine you playing God of War and you're fighting all the monsters, but you're always missing with the axe, you're always missing with the Chaos Blades.
You're not landing the combos. Okay.
Yeah, you're not connecting with combos because the controls are bad. With those games, with God of War and Spider-Man, get huge backlash because of bad controls.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
I think they would, because those games, you need good controls. Like I'm gonna see when the multiplayer comes out this month, because now the multiplayer, right?
Yeah.
Is me versus you. We're killing other gamers. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of the characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have these bad controls in multiplayer, the game's gonna fucking bomb.
Okay.
You can't have bad controls in multiplayer.
I'm gonna say this, right? This is the truth. My truth. I think where the disconnect comes from, or the issue with the game, is that it's not easily picked up and accessible for the casual. You understand what I'm saying? The reason why Duty or whatever the case is so successful, because it's something you can pick up and play, more or less. You know what I mean? Not saying that you can't pick up and play Red Dead, but there is a lot. The LB, spin the controller around, you know what I mean? A lot of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm not hearing this from casuals, though. I'm hearing this from dudes that all they do is game.
Well, to be, again,
I'm hearing it from dudes that play The Witcher. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
But listen.
Hearing it from dudes that, I'm not hearing it from the dudes that only play Call of Duty. I'm hearing it from dudes that play The Witcher, that play RTS games, hardcore gamers play hardcore games.
And I'm gonna get to your question here in the chat, my man Blue Mustang. Listen, here's the thing, right? And still, that because we like to throw that term around loosely casual, right? I'll keep up with the gaming news. I do this, I do that. One of my issues that I had with Monster Hunter, right, and for someone that never really played the series before, it was just too much going on with the controls, sharpen my weapon, eat this blade rock with this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? And that shit kind of turned me off. I just want to get in that motherfucking hack and slash my way and chop a balls down. I got to go around the corner, heal myself with this antidote, and mix it with this leaf head, and get a stone, a sharpening stone from over here with the dragon mouth glass. Slay with this too goddamn much. You know what I mean? And I think it's the same thing that people that are turning some people off with Red Dead. Yes, the world is very alive and there's so much going on. You know what I mean? But when you get down to the mechanics, like damn, how did I get my goddamn shotgun off the horse? I held LB, spin the wheel around. It's a lot going on. Look at my man Blue Mustang 50 said. He said, I own Red Dead on both the X and Pro. While the X looks better, I play primarily on the Pro because I have more friends to play with online when it launches. Cool. And that's how most people are. You play with your friends are. You know what I mean? Or for those that are
because graphics ain't gonna replace that.
Yeah, for those that are social gamers. What I'm saying, Blue, is that like you do, we get the same thing from Digital Foundry, for, what I mean, and they make a big deal about this, so that the average guy won't pay attention to. I'm just saying that this is the first game that I've noticed this generation, as far as the X and the Pro been out, with these 40-year-old eyes, that I don't need a $12,000 PC to, determine which one looks better. Draw distance, blade, the shit they bring up and that the average Joe ain't gonna pay attention to, that I never thought about. This is the first game that I can say noticeably looks better, on the X compared to the Pro. And of course, if you own both platforms and more of your friends play on the PS4, of course you're gonna probably, play more on the PlayStation 4. But, better. I guess he said better graphics is not gonna replace. Look at me, such a thing. Same thing can be said for me. At the start, you had 900p to 1080p or 720p, but all my friends played on the X at the time. So, I still just played on the X. My man Chris J on the Flat Earther, he said, "Here's the truth about Red Dead Redemption 2. It was overhyped." Your thoughts? We haven't played it yet,
Well, I haven't played it yet, so I don't know. I think over play it. I love the first one. I just hope that the whole control issue is exaggerated. I hope it's really not bad. Because like me, I like gameplay. You understand what I'm saying? When controls are bad, after a while, I just be like, I can't do it.
No. I won't say that they're bad. It's a lot going on. They work. Some shit just don't. I'm not going to say that they to me, the most important part when I take my time, my fucking diminishing reflexes to put the scope over the beam over somebody, and when you get a headshot, you get a headshot. It's beautiful. They work. It's just a lot going on. I didn't have a problem with them. I don't have a problem lining up shit to shoot. That's not the issue. But to get this out, get the chewing tobacco, it's like a lot going on. Like, god damn,
All right.
Look, I give some clue. I've been having a lot going on this week. Been remodeling and getting my game room and shit together. You guys are doing my shit all over, right?
Oh, so, you buying that PlayStation furniture?
Yeah, I'm getting that PlayStation furniture, right? So, I didn't have the chance to do the shows and still trying to paint and move this around, tear this wall down, and all that shit, right? So I picked it back up this Saturday. My intention was to stream for a couple hours. I got some me time, and I forgot the controls all over. Cause God, how the fuck I get the gun off the horse and this and that? Shit. Yeah, and I'm like, shit. So that aspect, I said, once I forgot the controls a little bit. Once I got into a big gunfight, and it is what it. Like I said, I think it is a lot going on. But people are saying that again, that they're bored with the game already. Like it's just too much to do, or I've heard that from several people. Boy, with the shit already. The hype no go down. I guess, what? The multiplayer. This is going to really determine how huge of a success this game is. Because how Rockstar do their game. This is going to be the last game you get from them this generation. You're not going to get a new game from them until probably going towards the tail end of the following generation with Grand Theft Auto 6. That's how they line their games up. This game is going to probably make a shitload of money, still. But again, it depends on how the multiplayer is lined up. Robbing stagecoaches or, gang fight. When does the multiplayer come out? Do we even know?
It's supposed to be this month.
So that's
cool. I would say, though, I don't think the multiplayer is going to be as big as Grand Theft 5. Only because Grand Theft Auto 5, they were able to put like nuclear subs and planes and helicopters.
No, man, they
and all this shit.
Hey, bro,
what can you do in the Western? You're gonna have one stagecoach to another stagecoach.
Listen, they got vampires in this motherfucker. I seen the UFO. They got
but you ain't gonna have a rocket ship in this game.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you never know.
Because in Grand Theft Auto, you have motherfuckers in dive suits underwater. You know what I'm saying? They went in their bag with Grand Theft Auto 5.
He said, Lionel said, Rockstar are the only dev that released their games with lock-on aim, AP facts. Well, like I said, when the multiplayer comes out, maybe all will be forgiven, and like we said, we're going to see. Like I said, with just my honest opinion, and you haven't tried it yet, I will say with the controls, there's a lot going on. As far as the gun, like I said, the gameplay, because I think the gameplay is okay. It works. It's just it's just like it's not something that you will have to play like the first part, like goddamn, how to get my weapon and spin the cog around, and I gotta heal and dead eye. You know what I mean? You gotta, you know what I mean? I look, you know what? I'll give you an example. With the Matrix, right? That's the first game that I recall having the slow down or the bullet time or whatever. To do the dead eye, you gotta aim and then click the right thumbstick in and line it up. You know what I mean? So.
But that's like the other Red Deads, though. The other Red Deads had that, the dead eye mechanic.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, you know, that may turn some people off. You know what I mean? And, you know, at least acknowledge that you must never played the Rockstar game. No, it looks like this. Grand Theft Auto, you know, to pick up and shoot is not as, I won't say as difficult as Red Dead Redemption. It's not. You know what I mean? Like, who fucking shooting Grand Theft Auto? You know what I mean? So I don't even think it's a Rockstar thing. You know what I mean? Or they they have one developer? Are they splitting teams or it's the same?
I think there's one that does Grand Theft Red Dead.
You know what I mean? Well, you know what's crazy as hell? Normally, like we're seeing a few titles from Rockstar, whether it be Manhunt, Bully. They juiced the shit out of this motherfucking Grand Theft Auto and
oh yeah,
and like I said, Red
that
Dead.
shit is still selling.
Yeah, still selling. You know what I mean, we might get we might get a 4K 60 version for the next generation. You never know these ones.
Shit. Man, that's fucking. Yo, that would be bullshit, bro. That would be bullshit, bro.
But you know what's great? But motherfuckers will buy it though.
Oh my god.
No, or they give console players the ability to add in mods and shit like the PC version. Shit that should sell like them hotcakes, man.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? But I guess moving right along.
For $60 too.
All over again. The MPD released their top. Well, Matt, what's my man's name? Matt.
Oh yeah. Matt Piscatella.
Yeah. Released some interesting numbers.
Good dude.
Yeah. Released some interesting numbers. Was it Friday or Saturday?
Yeah.
With the MPD's top 10 from the PlayStation side and the Xbox side. Let me bring up the article here. I can find it here in front of me. But God of War did extremely well. And this was up until 2018 for that game to come out with last year. Did it make Sony's top 10?
Yeah, it was his. They made it into the top 10.
Hold on.
Oh shit, he's saying. Let me see. Hold on.
He said, "Bro, shout out to Von Lamont with his drunk ass. He said, bro, bad brothers, but want to stay off Red Dead. All on, y'all might get wild. Red Dead is great, but I still think God of War is still game of the year." Thus far, I will say this, even though I haven't nowhere completed Red Dead Redemption, but just from the hype alone, I don't think that they're going to give God of War game of the year. I don't. There's no way in hell. I know you haven't even played it yet, but just from the hype alone. But what determines game of the year? You know, is it the impact on the culture? Like what does the gamers?
It could be a lot of factors. Impact, quality of developers. You know, the quality of development. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just who really knows, man. It's just at the end of the day, just like scores, it's an opinion because like. One publication has their game of the year, and then another publication has their own game of the year. So I think also a little bit of the audience that follows that. Like for example, if you have a gaming website, right, that reviews everything, but if you notice most of your audience tend to talk about Japanese games, then your game of the year might be Persona 5 over Overwatch and Uncharted, simply because you're catering to where your money's coming from. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So I think that plays a little factor too. You know, who your audience is, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. I mean, you have to go with the money is. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, let's say if you had a gaming website, right, that reviews everything, but you notice the majority of your audience is Xbox guys, then you probably don't want to make a PlayStation exclusive as your game of the year. You probably don't want that. If you're, you see what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be real. Let's say me and you, we had a public. Right, and me and you, this is not like a little side project. This is our business. This is where me and you, we buy our houses. We're driving. You know, this is where we get our champagne taste, and we no longer need beer money. You know what I'm saying? This is our industry. You know, so we have to monitor, and we notice that our audience are primarily PC, Xbox centric, not so much PlayStation. Then yeah, it may sound shady, but we may not want to choose God of War as our game of the year. As fucked up as it sounds, if we're interested in our business, we may not want to pick a game that's going to piss off the people that are investing in our company.
Hold on 1 second.
That's just how it is. That's just how it is if you care about your money.
Listen. Don't start. Listen, you giving the Xbox guys ammo. Don't start with that shit. PROCK. You open up a can of worms. You want to go there?
No.
Listen. McNeil J. Chris said God of War because it was a new experience. Some may argue that he's answering from the flat Earth, inner Earth. My man AP the Shooter, formerly known as Jamal King, the Christian known as Jamal King. See, the pacing and the gameplay and the immersion of God of War was fire. Until he been drinking. He don't even talk like that. He must have got some chicken running. He must be trying to impress somebody. Who you trying to impress? Back? You know you don't talk like that, but the immersion.
Okay. Yo, and the thing is, I'm not opening that kind of words because I said when this whole 4K, graphics thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying, hey, how come the media industry is not talking about 4K versus checkerboard like they did with 1080p versus 720p? And I told people it's because the majority of the audience don't have Xbox One X or PS4 Pro. So that topic is not going to bring in revenue as it did in the beginning. The majority of gamers don't own the X or the Pro. So why would you invest most of your time on a topic on something most gamers don't have access to? It doesn't make sense as a publication standard. Like same thing with us. You know what I'm saying? Why would we cater to a small group of gamers that own the Pro and the X and have this big conversation, big window? I mean, it's cool to have an article or two every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to dedicate our publication. The audience is not big enough.
It's like me taking my dog shit platform and covering nothing but Nintendo news. I ain't got the audience.
Yeah, you're gonna fail. If all you did the next 3 weeks is talk Nintendo, you ain't gonna get no views. No one's gonna listen to you because your platform is primarily who you have. So you're trying to grow. Well, yeah, it would be like me now all of a sudden be a fucking Xbot. Motherfuckers ain't gonna listen to me now. I ain't fucking having an Xbox podcast. Man, it was kind of funny when Kid Smooth had Planet PlayStation. I'm like, all right, I want to see how this works.
Oh shit, this shit going. I forgot about shout out to Kid Smooth.
I don't think he does it anymore because he created a platform that's not PlayStation centric, so it's not gonna work out. You have to cater to the audience you built your platform. That's just a reality.
Okay, I will hate to say, maybe a little entertainment because this is a PlayStation platform right here, right now. I was able to make the switch, the flip. You know what I mean? I told you, man. Shit, man. I dressed a motherfucking pig up in the Sunday dress. Got that motherfucking top dollar for it, man. But now I understand what you're saying, though. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is because when Xbox guys, so say the crap gamers or whoever. Come about the biased media, or even me. Just what the fuck is going on here? They do what again, gets them clicks.
Yeah,
what gets them clicks or what brings in the revenue. But it's something I said for a while. You know what I mean? Whether it's the IGNs or whatever, things they would, they would make a big issue about over here. Well, when Microsoft didn't have no games or whatever, it's what's a good thing Sony pushed this game back. You know what I mean? To give us time to enjoy Black Ops 4. You see articles like, what the hell is going on here? But I understand what you're saying, though. My man says I confirmed. My man Lionel Boss said, nah, Z got talent. I'm saying Suge got spunk. Suge got talent. That's why he's able to flip. My man Lionel Boss, thank you for the kind words, man. Knowing I'm a true fuck nigga, I ain't got friend no fro.
Oh shit.
No, but I understand what you're saying, though. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's cool. But again, like I said, and this is a shout out to Sony or Sony Santa Monica. You know what I mean? I know people like to hype up Naughty Dog, and they are Sony's best developer. And I'm a huge God of War fan. You know what I mean? And I look at what again Sony Santa Monica did with God of War, you know what I mean? And to me, it was like, breathtaking how they reinvented the franchise. Because I've always played God of War. Not always played it, but I didn't really get caught up in the story. You know what I mean? Really, I just hack and slash over the top. Oh shit, well, this one, my brother, all that, this didn't a little bit, but this one really did a great job at the emotional thing between father and son and leave my home. Like, to me, I ain't gonna lie, bro, that was some epic shit right there. Like, they came on and caught you with that first boss battle. To me, was the best boss battle fight this whole generation. You know what I mean? I always knew Kratos was strong. I didn't know he was that goddamn strong. You know, he broke a goddamn mountain in half. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh shit. Ugh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just, I think that they picked a bad time to, not say a bad time. They came out the same year as what's this goddamn game, Red Dead Redemption 2. And to be fair, again, I think that I know there are more Sony guys that are going to play Red Dead Redemption 2 than they have played God of War. That's just a fucking fact. Whether how great God of War was, there are going to be more people that play Red Dead Redemption 2 or go out and buy PlayStations for Red Dead instead of God of War. Whether I like, that's just, the how you say, the truth, And going back to the question, now that I think about it, like, do you think that, again, that Red Dead Redemption, the God of War can maybe get Game of the Year with Red Dead Redemption?
If we're talking specifically at the what is
this
it?
Overall,
overall. Nah, I think some publications will give God of War, but I think the majority. The video game award show.
Yeah.
I would say 70-30 in favor of Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah. Okay.
70-30. 70-30 in Red Dead Redemption. 70-30. I would say most likely they're gonna give it to Red Dead Redemption. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I would just say simply because of Rockstar and the hype behind Rockstar and all that stuff. That I would say 70-30 in favor of Red Dead. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Leave my
home. Now if God of War let's say if God of War ends up winning Game of the Year and people wondering why, I would say maybe because of the gameplay. I would say that because, like I said, when it comes to Red Dead gameplay, the actual playing the game, I'm at best average remarks. Like not one gamer is saying, "Oh my god, the gameplay is dope." Everybody's talking about the environment and how alive, how big, and all the shit, but no one's giving amazing credit to the gameplay. Mm-hmm. Now the judges, that might be impactful. They might be like, "Yeah, Red Dead's great, but the gameplay is mediocre," while God of War is a more refined gameplay mechanic. So if God of War does win, I would imagine it's because of the gameplay.
Yeah, well,
if it pulls out an upset.
Oh, okay. So when is it? I think it's this month, isn't it? The video game was next month, December or November?
I think December.
Okay, November, December. Okay, but anyway, getting back to these MPD cells. Let me find the actual article myself if you haven't find it. What's his name? Matt Mastella? What's his name?
Matt Piscatella.
Okay, release some numbers, and you had the top 10. Actually, give me a second. Actually, I'm back here looking. Did you answer that? Something that came through in the chat. MPD top 10 top 10. This is 2018. Top 10. 2018. All right, we got it. Hey, hold up, man. I'm telling Forbes. Hold on 1 second. What we got here?
Want me to tag you on Twitter?
Yeah. God of War stories.
I'll tag you on Twitter to where
my brother, my man, Chatman23. God of War story is better. Damn. Chat ain't got no job. Somebody beat both already. Goddamn, Red Dead just came out last week.
No, yeah, there's people who already beat Red Dead.
Damn.
They probably didn't do all the side missions, obviously, but there's people who already beat the game.
Put my little novice ass to shame. Jesus. I heard people, I already got 20 hours in. I'm only 40, 30, 20% full.
But it could be one of those games where the main story is short, but there's so many things to do that it expands. Like even after you beat the game, you could go back to it and just spend 200 hours on all the side stories and side quests. So the main story is probably short.
Get Smooth talking shit on Twitter and told me to come get some smoke.
NBA Live?
I might playing that dog shit. Get the fuck out of here. You see me on 2K. You tag me in or DM me the shit because I can share it on screen. Or you can bring up the top 10. You can say it yourself and read them up too.
Okay. Well, I could read it out loud.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Or tag me in.
So here we go. So we'll start with PlayStation 4. We're gonna go from the top game to the bottom. So number 1 is Grand Theft Auto. Now to get back, this is for US. These are, and this is actually dollar value. So these are the top 10 games by dollar value in the US. All right. As of September 2018. So this is lifetime, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the PlayStation 4, coming in at number 1 is Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 2, Call of Duty World War II. Number 3, Black Ops 3. Number 4, Infinite Warfare.
I got it.
Number 5,
Mm-hmm.
NBA 2K18.
Yeah,
Number 6, Battlefield 1. Number 7, God of War 2018. Number 8, Star Wars Battlefront. This is the first one, 2015. Number 9, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And number 10, 2K17.
Hold on 1 second. Von Lamont with his drunk ass said PS4 has another exclusive coming in November called The Forest, and they got like an 80, never heard of it, got like an 83 on Metacritic. So Sony most likely going to have 2 Game of the Year continue. Hey, listen, I know you've been drinking, Von Lamont, with your drunk ass. He told me some, Sony got another one coming out, and it's called The Forest.
The Forest? What's that?
It's called The Forest, and that's going to be on Forget. You heard it here first. Hey, Von, sit your drunk ass down some goddamn way. The Forest. It's coming out December 13th. Well, the wars going to be held on December 1st. I'm just saying, though, you know what I mean? On the alternate universe, you could theoretically put that in it. Von, go sit your drunk ass somewhere down some goddamn way. With his drunk ass in the chat. You ain't never heard of The Forest? Well, let me show you, man. You ain't never heard of The Forest? Well, let me show you, man. God damn, my man be on that Sony Kool-Aid for real. Oh, be on that Sony juice for real with his drunk ass.
Oh, shit.
You ain't never heard of The Forest? I mean, it got all type. You can make weapons, spears, all types of shit, man. That's my game of the year. I don't give a fuck y'all talking about on this show. Yeah, and I'm a Republican. Hey, Vaughn, go sit your drunk ass down some goddamn way.
Fucking Brexit. Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you go sit your drunk ass some down some way. Ain't got shit to do what we talking about here. we talk about world peace. Hey, yo, hold up. You know Raheem got shot on 18th Avenue, right? Fine. Keep the super chat cordial what we talking about right here. God damn, Von Lamont with his crazy ass. But I'm sorry, going back to this shit right here.
My man said The Forest.
Yeah. You got the black forest, you got the white forest, and you got the suede forest. Let me tell you about it, man. Guaranteed game of the year.
Shout out to Von Lamont.
That's gameplay finest.
My man said, look it up.
Man, I ain't looking up that shit, Von Lamont, with your drunk ass.
He said, you better Google me.
Von Lamont with his drunk ass, man.
My man, I ain't saying it's console exclusive. Oh, I'm done.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Fuck what they talking about. Oh, look, they don't ever take me serious. I'm gonna take my business. And Von, sit your drunk ass down some goddamn way.
Oh, man, my man's on that yak.
Yeah, he on that yak. Oh, he on that yak. Oh, that nigga on that yak.
All right. So now the Xbox, all right? Mm-hmm. Same conditions. Coming in at number 1 is the same. The top 4 is the same. Grand Theft Auto 5, yes. World War II, yes. Black Ops, Infinite Warfare, right?
Yes.
Now, where it changes is number 5 is Battlefield 1. Number 6 is Battlefront 2015. Number 7 is Advanced Warfare. Number 8 is Halo 5.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Destiny 2, and number 10 is Fallout 4.
I will listen on the Xbox.
That's interesting.
Yeah, listen on the Xbox side of things, right? I will say that this is, and again, I will say this. I know I give Halo shit. I'm not a big Halo guy, right? But when Halo came in 2015, yeah, Halo came out in 2015. So it's been on the market for 3 years, right? Destiny 2 came out when? No, I don't know.
Came out September last year.
Okay, whatever the case may be, but the fact that even though this had been out maybe 2 years longer, the fact that it still was able to top Destiny 2, or that it even again made the top 10, for the Xbox side of things.
That is impressive.
Yeah, it is. It is impressive. You know what I mean?
Now let me ask you this: which you think sold more, God of War or Halo 5?
I would say Halo 5.
You think so?
Yeah, I will put God of War probably maybe about 10 million or something.
You know why I think God of War outsold Halo? Because Advanced Warfare outsold Halo on Xbox,
No,
but
no,
Advanced Warfare they didn't outsell God of War.
No, you know why I say because again how the MPD, this is revenue. What made the most money?
Okay.
What made whatever made then we looked at a different thing. You gotta realize this too. This game was like $20 or something, 15. I mean, everybody got that Halo 5. You know what I mean? Like this motherfucker, they're cheap. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but not when it launched. In fact, Didn't they make $400 million like the first?
Whatever, but I'm just saying, when it launched, fine. But since then, you know what I mean? It's been, that is a good question. I don't know if we ever get any fucking numbers from Microsoft.
The only reason why is because God of War was able to sell Battlefield 2015, Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare, and NBA 2K17. What's interesting, there is no NBA on Xbox.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Like, not one NBA 2K game is in the top 10. But what's also interesting is Destiny 2 is not in the top 10 for PlayStation, and neither is Fallout.
Yeah, that is.
Like, everything changed. Like, the top 4 is the same. It's exactly the same. Grand Theft Auto, World War II, Black Ops, and Infinite Warfare. Where everything changes is when you go 5 down. So number 5 on PlayStation is 2K18, but number 5 on Xbox is Battlefield 1. So Battlefield 1 on PlayStation is number 6.
Yeah. Shout out to Chad, man. 23 said, don't forget Sea of Dog shit, Game of the Year, K Mega. And shout out to Tim Dog, my dude, man. I tried to pin him down yesterday, man. And not to switch the topic, but before we close the show, I asked, again, going about the XO18 event, right? I guess we can segue into XO18, right? And I said to him, I was like, because, not rumors, but Red's working on a new project, right? Oh, fuck. And Red has since doubled their staff. Whatever the fuck the case they're supposed to mean, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, damn, this Red still has the confidence of Microsoft with this, that, and the other. Just giving, like, the overall, in my, of fucking Sea of Thieves. You guys seen my rants about Sea of Thieves. You know how I feel about that, right? And he said they're excited because it made them money or whatever. I don't know. I guess if it is a business, if it makes money. But critic overall, a goddamn 69. You know what I mean? Like, god damn. It's one thing.
Violent Mind's drunk again.
He said, what do you say? What do
you say? Go look.
He said,
my man said.
Yeah, read it.
He said, when the broadband sweetheart's going to catch a W in a game that's not Gears of War, Z probably got the platinum in Dream Daddy. Crab Z White Daddy. This dude's going in his bag.
Hey Vaughn, go sit your drunk ass down somewhere. Listen. You gonna have the DTs in Monday morning. You done spent your beer money in the chat. You done spent your beer money in the chat. My man, SS intro entertainment. He said, Sony has dreams. The Quiet. I forgot what the Quiet Man. That looks interesting to me.
Yeah,
the Quiet.
That's a multi-plat, isn't it?
I think it's an exclusive.
Yeah, it's a multi-plat. Is it? I thought it was a multi-plat from Square Enix. Or no?
I thought it was exclusive. Maybe with Atomic.
Is it?
When does that game come out though?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I seen some.
Let me look it up right now. I'll look it up right now. Wait, keep talking.
He said Sony has dreams. I don't know about that dream shit. But the Quiet Man, Samurai Showdown, Death Stranding. I don't know about that Death Stranding shit.
In the forest.
Yeah, The Last of Us 2 days gone, and a few more games coming. Sony got us covered. Now, I don't know about that dream shit there. Yeah, that Death Stranding, that's some weird shit there to swallow too. Babies and baby asses and mouths. I don't know what the fuck going on with that Death Stranding. You know what I mean? But yeah, Quiet Man. Let me see. The gameplay did look interesting on that Quiet Man. On Quiet Man.
Oh.
Is it out yet?
What the fuck? Is it out now? Let me see. It's on PlayStation 4 and Steam. So yeah, it's not on Xbox.
Is it out right now?
Let me see. It says download now. Let me see. Let me click on the PlayStation. Let me see. Yeah, that shit went under the radar if it's already out. Man, this motherfucker's in German. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I think it's out already.
Yeah, it might be out already.
Yeah, it's out already.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, it's out. Hold on. It is out.
What the fuck?
Hold on. I got some.
It's only $15 though. It's like $20.
Oh shit! Hey man,
So it's not a big trouble. It's not a big.
Yeah. Hold on. Somebody want to treat your boy to some what do you call this shit? I'm fucked up over here, man. Emotionally, socially. I damn sure stream this shit.
Yeah, so it looks like it's out already.
Yeah, I was thinking the game is out already.
And it's already discounted if you're a PlayStation Plus member.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's out.
Oh shit! This shit's it's like the forest.
Hey yo, my man, SS. Hey, you done pulled the drown them up with your drunk ass, man.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they got us covered, man. Quiet man, come on in 2019. I'm telling you, man, this game when he get this shit's already out. This shit's sort of under the radar.
Yeah, it's already out.
Yeah, it looked like.
Yeah, check it out. I gotta look at it.
Yeah,
I didn't
look at. I got the gameplay. Look at it. It looks like a little bit between Detroit Become Human and Bad Dudes from the NES back in the day. Oh, this gameplay stiff as hell. Look at that slide back, bro. But I get it for $15 though. It said shall
like Bad Dudes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh shit.
This gameplay look a little stiff, but you know what I mean. I get it though.
Oh man.
It looking like a little Yakuza. It looked like Yakuza with some up-to-date graphics a little bit, but this shit's stiff as hell.
Yo, user score 1.6.
Oh shit, is that bad? Hold up, my man, Chad man 20. PROCK team up with Z and giving the Xbox fake wins. Fuck niggas. Nah, he's gonna give them fake wins. My man over there, all Microsoft got his Crackdown 3. I got his Crack Whore 3, and I think that's it. Oh shit.
I think that's it.
My man McNeil J. Chris. Hey yo, Sony got nothing. Wait till Microsoft announces Super Lucky Tales.
Super Lucky Tales Reloaded. God damn.
But yeah, hey, listen, SS, you might take this game off your list right here, brother.
He said PROCK team up with Z and giving Xbox fake W's.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't even know nothing about this goddamn game right here. This game look like
shit.
This should look like some trash. Yeah, this is like some trash right here, bro. He said Yakuza plus Detroit. I'm gonna get it though. I get some money, get some PlayStation. I ain't got no PlayStation cash. Well, see what's in my shit.
Yo, oh yeah, Yakuza's free on Tuesday.
Yeah, let me see. PlayStation.
It's a PlayStation Plus game.
PlayStation. Let me see if I can some PlayStation Plus going, man. Maybe I can go up this motherfucking and hustle up some PlayStation money. You see, I ain't got no. How do you check your goddamn money on PlayStation? You said it's $15.
How you check your WAP?
Yep, your balance. Is it $15? I don't think.
I think it might be. I think it's $20. It's €15, so that's close to $10. Okay.
What's the name of the goddamn game? Quiet Man.
The Quiet Man.
The Quiet Man.
Yeah.
The Quiet Man.
This motherfucker, what's up with his haircut? Is that a chick cut or?
I don't even know. Like this shit. Is it?
This shit does look like Detroit.
Yeah, it do. Does it look like a mix between Detroit and Yakuza?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what the motherfucker out. Oh, what's it? Buy now.
Oh, this motherfucker's doing some Jason Bourne shit.
Yeah, buy now.
Ooh.
Buy. What's it? Limited edition. Oh, I ain't want to just buy now. That's what we got here. What are you talking about? Man,
this game's gonna be $5 next week.
Yeah, but it don't look that good, man.
And in a couple of days, it's gonna be your free PlayStation Plus title.
Yeah, that motherfucker $13, man. In US, $13.50. This price is only available from 11 to the 15th. I had a few days to get it. It's $13.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Von Lamont said, look up the Force on Metacritic. What's the name of the goddamn game, Von Lamont? Goddamn.
He's still doing it.
Yeah, he's with his drunk ass. What's the name of the game again? He said Black Floors? What did he say?
Look up what happened?
What's the name of the game? The Forest?
The Forest.
Let me see, man. All right, Von Lamont. Jesus Christ, man. It's called The Forest.
It says,
The Forest.
I'm paying you. Look that.
The Force gameplay. Hold up, man. Hold up.
You chat money. Look at that.
This is an old game for PC.
Let me see.
It's been out for 6 months already. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I hit him. I mean, he was keeled over.
So it's a survival horror game?
I don't know what the fuck. It ain't for me. That's the first person. That even turned me off already.
Was it the Forest PS4?
I got it up right here. Let's see what Von Lamont talking about, man. Well, this is his Von Lamont Game of the Year right here, the Forest. Let's see what Von.
Game of the Year is game.
Let's take a look at Von Lamont's Game of the Year, the Forest. Now listen, like next year, why are you so hard on Von Lamont? Why am I so hard on Von Lamont? Now you see why I'm so hard on Von Lamont. You see the shit? See the fools and fucking come up with? This is his goddamn Game of the Year. Look at this shit here. Nah, baby. This is like some Nintendo Switch shit here. What the fuck is this? Payday? Nah, nah, this ain't the answer his way. Nah, nope. This is a PC game.
So he's in the plane? He's in there in the plane?
Yeah, nah.
No, this is like them games like The Mist and shit.
Nah, Code
like the point and click games?
Yeah, nah. Nope. Hey, see, we gave Von a chance, huh, Von? You see, I don't take no advice from Von, drunk ass. You see why I don't take no advice from him? Yeah, my man, AP the shooter.
Motherfuckers attacking suitcases.
Yeah, he said, Phil, wait till E3 2025. Xbox will have true exclusives. Yeah, I don't think that. He said, look up their Metacritic.
So, what is this? Lost the game?
I don't know. It should look trash. He said, now I guess we can close the show with this, right? I know they were attacking you on Twitter about those numbers, saying that we were wrong and the guy was wrong, this, that, and the other, right? That's how my man John Petty, right? Or saying that, I guess we're gonna go to Z Hughes now. Xbox guys hated Z Hughes, but they gonna run to Z. Now Z Hughes is credible again, right? But that's another story in its entirety, right? You brought up something interesting in your video, and I didn't think of. For what car? I don't have the keys upstairs. Yeah, y'all have it. I didn't take the car. No, did. I don't. Yeah, I didn't drive. I drove the green car. I'm sorry. Brought up some. You brought up an interesting fact when you said that the reason why Xbox may not have no exclusive, they're going to PCs, and you pointed to the sales. Now, again, from that chart, from that list there, those were the sales of x86 GPUs to Microsoft and Sony, right?
Yeah.
Going forward with the new generation or whatever the case may be, do you think that Microsoft will go back to having it, or you think that's done? They say
it's done.
True exclusives.
It's done. Mm-hmm. It's right. Here's the thing. So back to the report. Here's the thing people have to understand. Number one, the report in of itself has nothing to do directly with Xbox or PlayStation. The report is about x86 architecture implemented in gaming, right?
Yeah.
And John, what is it, Pettigrew, his name or whatever?
Petty,
John Petty, right?
Yeah.
He got data for AMD, and then he had to do like whatever to get Intel and Nvidia, right? But the report, if you read the report, is commissioned by AMD. Now, of course, AMD is going to say the opinions and other stuff is not representative of the company, because you always have to have the disclaimer, right? Mm-hmm. But here's the thing: all John was trying to do was show a report on GPUs, AMD, Nvidia. It talks about Intel and all that stuff, right? The report in of itself has nothing to do with console warring or talking about how PlayStation is doing about Xbox. It has nothing to do with that. He just created a report just providing numbers of how AMD and how the architecture of Intel, Nvidia is doing in gaming, right? Mm-hmm. We, as in MM2K, you, and us, we got on our fuck shit and took information and tried to apply it to the shit we do, right? That's what I did. When I saw you in MM2K, shout out to you too for breaking this out, I took information that to me was relevant to the argument of how much the Xbox sold, right? Okay. That's what I saw in the report. So when I saw AMD sold Microsoft, and we're going to round off, it was like 36 point whatever, I just rounded 37 million for the sake of conversation. Mm-hmm. When I saw AMD said, hey, as AMD, as of this date in 2018, we sold Microsoft or shipped to Microsoft 37 million GPUs, right?
Yeah.
That tells me if Microsoft got a hold of 37 million GPUs, that means they have enough to make 37 million Xbox Ones, or they're in the process of making up to 37 million Xbox Ones. Because you only manufactured 37 million Xbox Ones, there's no way you sold to retailers 40 million. Because you didn't make it yet. You understand what I'm saying? Now, John Petty, that wasn't the intent of his report, but that's what I did and took his information to tell people Xbox is not at 40 million. Because you can't have 40 million Xboxes with 37 million GPUs.
Yeah.
It's not possible. Yeah. You know, when people were like, oh, but Sony didn't announce they sold 99 million. Because again, the report is about shipped GPUs. Nothing says that Sony doesn't have 99 million GPUs, right? They're just trying to use those 99 million GPUs to produce 99 million PlayStation 4s, which will eventually become 99 million cells when the time comes. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever his name is, when they use them, his mistake is console sales. The report is not about console sales. The report is about one particular piece of hardware being shipped to Sony and Microsoft, which is GPUs. Mm-hmm. That's all the report is. You understand? Another point, people try to damage control, but Xbox and PS4 don't have GPUs. They have APUs. Been exposed, Puerto Rock. Yeah. I'm like, Jesus Christ, read the report. The report talks about how these GPUs are actually APUs with a CPU and a GPU combined. The report addresses that.
Hey, yo,
the report talks about it.
Hey, yo, but you know who said that shit, though, of all people? What? Fucking dealer. No, D.
Yeah, you know what it is? He didn't read the fucking report because the report says that the Xbox One and PS4 uses APU. But for the sake of numbers, they're still going to call it GPUs because other companies don't make APUs. Yeah. Like Intel, right? Intel don't really make APUs. They make GPUs, or like NVIDIA, right? Yeah. Most of NVIDIA's cells are GPUs. Yep. So for the sake of comparison, when comparing NVIDIA to Intel to AMD, they're just going to all call it GPUs. So that way it's one streamlined number to prevent any confusion. You understand? Because even though these items are APUs, and which has, the Jaguar core and the Polaris, is still a GPU cell. That's why the report calls them GPUs. It's just to streamline and not to confuse anybody. We got
D in the chat. D, hop your ass in here, D. Explain yourself.
Okay. It's in the report. In fact, it's page 12. Okay. Page 12 of the report says it.
Hey, D. You see him working. Hey, D, hop your ass in here right now, D.
I'll even read it right now from the report because I downloaded it.
Yeah, but
if you do not read the report in its entirety, you really don't know what the conversation he's talking about. Okay, They really don't know. People are making things and they don't know. In fact, it's on.
Hey, no, we on Discord. D hopping here. D, we on Discord. Bring your ass to the Discord. You know how to bring your ass to the Discord. We're gonna drag your ass over here. Cause my name was running through the mud. Me being a child of God, my name was run through the mud. They called me and P-Rock everything but a child of God. So we was exposed for fake information. We out there selling snake oil. Hop your ass on Discord. My man P-Rock said he got time today. I said, I ain't got the time. I ain't got the time no pace be arguing with you bots.
Okay, it says right here in the report. It's on page 12. It says right here, give me
the link. Give me the link because I can bring this shit up. Give me the link. Fuck, so man. Send it to me on Facebook. Cause he's talking about D talking about sending shit on send him the link on Facebook. No, send me the link to the report and I'm gonna share this shit on the screen.
You want on Facebook? All right.
Yeah, send it to me on Facebook because I'm tired of this shit here, man.
Shit. All right. Let me send it to you.
D about to hop in and catch a smooth L. I'm gonna be calling him lead batch again. And again, people get caught up in now, and I said that this is not.
Just read the report. Stop with the fanboying. Just because remember, this report has nothing to do with console. The dude is not a console war dude.
That's what
he has nothing to do with this. He doesn't involve
himself. Listen, I thought I made that clear. I didn't even try to be messy. I thought I made that clear. This is not about an Xbox, PlayStation thing. I took it as when I did the thing. I took it. If you look at from Was 2014, 2015. You've seen that Microsoft was doing about 8.5 a year, whatever the case may be, right? Then when they went to the last two, I was talking about the last 2.5 years from the Xbox been horrible, as far as game wise, and you see the drop off in orders from AMD as far as GPUs. They went from down about almost 9 million to about 4 million for 16 and 17. You know what I mean? It was like 4 million of orders of GPUs, and that's what I took it. Also, again, I was saying about the last 2.5 years from Xbox has been. Hey, D, you want? I come to General, and I'm gonna drag you down.
I sent you the link on Facebook.
Okay. Hey, D, come to this
page.
Yeah, okay,
there you go. Page 12.
Okay, here goes D right 12. Here. Okay, we right click, uncopy, unmute him. There you go, D. D? You can talk.
I don't hear him.
You gotta unmute your mic, D.
Also make sure the settings says it picks up your mic, because that was my problem. For some reason, it didn't automatically pick up the mic.
D, yeah, D. Go to the settings and
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Now we can hear you. Now let me bring him.
Okay, just.
Oh no, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now, cause listen.
Just to be quick on.
Wait, hold on 1 second. That link ain't no good, Puerto Rico. You ain't seen the whole link. I gotta have the link.
Why? What does it say?
The request for the URL images for the balance of power in the game will be not found on this server.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. I think you left it.
Damn.
I think you left it.
All right, let me just talk about this real quick here.
Okay. Talk about it.
I understand what Puerto Rock is saying, that in the in the article that it says that the GPU is really, they're referring to the APU, and that's fine and dandy, but don't damage control that the guy came on and said the GPUs. Now, I believe that he was quoting that article, saying that they're APUs, but he wasn't clear on that. So when you have a guy out here saying that they sold Microsoft this amount of GPUs, of course people are going to question that. Now that it's been clarified that for the nature of simplicity, they just refer to the APU as GPU. Now it makes sense what he was saying, but you can't understand. You have to understand why people were saying that when the guy said GPU.
No, but here's my thing.
Hold on a second. Microsoft doesn't assemble the APU. That is done by AMD. So when this guy is saying that AMD sold Microsoft GPUs, everyone was like, "What the fuck? They don't build the APU." Now, if he had made that clear at that point, that for to simplify things, the article is referring to the APUs as GPUs, then nobody would have been up in arms. So you can't sit here like, "Oh, we're all idiots."
Here's my thing though. And I'll say, let's say if you go college, right, university, right, and the professor talks about a book, right, and you go to this, you're hearing this lecture about this book. If you didn't read the book, you can't blame the professor for being confusing on what he's talking about. Page 12 of the report talks about APUs and
no. You can't use that. Come on, that's too
He's there. Listen. Hold on.
Listen.
Hold on. Let me clear one thing. No. He was invited to talk about the report. It's not his fault.
When he meant GPUs, that was
the report. Blah blah blah. He was invited to talk about the report.
Hit the like button.
No, that bullshit. He was invited to talk about the report. End of discussion. This is not an argument. He was there to talk about a report. If you didn't know about the report, that's you. He was invited. He didn't fucking force himself to go on the podcast.
When he said, listen, the trigger word, hold on a second. The trigger word was saying that they sold Microsoft this many GPUs. He needed to clarify that, and then there would be no confusion. I don't know how you can deny that.
He needed to have to clarify that if it was already in the report. He's talking about the report. It's already in there.
But he should have clarified that Microsoft.
No, what y'all should have done is the report. That's what y'all should have done.
Hold on a second. All of those of us that are tech-minded, we're like, hold on a second. How are they selling them?
But listen, when it's
an APU inside the system?
Hold on. Let me tell you. Let me put it this.
In a subsequent tweet saying, listen, I want to clarify that statement. When I make GPU,
let me put it this way.
It was referring to APUs, and if you report section blah 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 blah, it will state there that
Okay, let me put it this way. I read the report
in Microsoft
right?
system. Simple.
Let me put it this way. I read the report, so I knew what he was talking about.
It was a miscommunication. End of story.
No, here's the thing. I read the report, so I know. Hold on, let me finish. I read the report, so I know what he was talking about. So what's your problem? How come you couldn't figure it out? Am I smarter than you?
Let me pay the
Well,
bills.
we knew something. We knew that he misspoke on that. It was obvious that he misspoke on that because
let me pay the bills.
It was so because he misspoke on that, didn't clarify that.
Let me pay the bills. My man, overdone
his credibility.
Okay.
All he needed to do was
misspeak though. He talked exactly what was in the report.
Hold on one second. Let me pay the bills.
Anyone with common sense can understand this miscommunication.
My man overdone. And to be fair, my man overdone said, "What's confusing about numbers?" And I tried to not make an Xbox PlayStation thing, but I was just going, for the graphs pictures. These are the number of GPUs or whatever the APUs, whatever that were sold to. And I did say GPU because it said it there. But if you, like I said, if you go into the report, that's why I didn't go back and forth with you bitches. I'm living my best life because this man doesn't have this report was fucking put together by AMD, and they just reported on it. Like these are numbers from AMD, not from this is not an Xbox versus PlayStation thing. And a lot of you Xbox whatever guys took it as me trying to shit on the Xbox, and that show wasn't even about that. It wasn't even a Xbox again PlayStation thing, what you guys made it into or whatever the case or tried to. It wasn't even about that. It was about the number of shipped APUs or x86 architectures from since the start of the generation. You guys, this isn't. Yeah, I want to talk about the 360 and was power core and this that. I think, y'all motherfuckers here reaching here, man. Like I don't.
I mean, let's be honest. That's all it was. It was trying to find a semantic argument to try to discredit the report. That's all it was.
That report. When was it? When were those numbers?
It was published in April. This report was published in April.
In April. So you know what? In April. I don't know. It might be quite accurate because to be honest with you, in my estimation, I believe there's between 40 to like 47 Xboxes out there that were
Get the fuck out of here. How? Without AMD shipping these GPUs, APUs, because right now at this point it's semantics. Without shipping the hardware, you can't have 40 million Xboxes if AMD only shipped 37 million GPUs.
But that was in April. That was in April.
You think Microsoft? Listen.
Hold on a second. That was in April. What do we have? April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. That's 7 months ago. You don't think it's possible that they sold 5 million Xboxes in 7 months?
No. Xbox don't sell like that.
Oh no, they ain't buy 5 million. No. Listen, those. Look at the PS3 one.
In my honest opinion, I really believe that the Xbox is at least around 40 million.
Look at the PS3 one. They shipped 99 million GPUs.
And with them shipping 30,
and Sony just announced 80 something.
With them shipping 37 million APUs by this report 7 months ago, I don't think it's too hard to believe that there's 40 million Xboxes out there.
To be honest, I think
they bought. No.
I thought those are the GPUs they bought. They still have to use them to in my opinion, I think those 37 million GPUs is what's going to carry them out to all of 2018. Just like the 99 million. Just think of it. Look at the Sony one. Look at the Sony one. 99 million GPUs. Yeah, Sony just announced 85 million sold. Those 99 million GPUs that Sony bought is what they're using to manufacture to take them out to next fiscal, to March.
But I would assume that Sony's buying more because they're selling at a higher fee.
Hold on, let me pay the bills. AP, she says Z is Vince McMahon and it's Rock versus the Triple H. And my brother Stuart Stokes said D is the fuck nigga shit. X1000 grand opening, grand closing. And again, those are not ship numbers. Those are numbers that what they purchased from the company, and it still has to be manufactured.
Yes.
So it's probably a lot less than that because you ship them to retail.
In all honesty, just to end all the confusion, I fucking wish that Microsoft would just release the fucking numbers.
They're not, because it's a disaster. They're not going to
release the fucking numbers.
They're not going to do it.
It's going to be a lot less than 37 million.
It's going to be a lot less. Those 37 million is what Microsoft received. Now Microsoft take it to the factory, assemble consoles, right? Then they're going to do their QC. Then they're going to ship it to the retailers, and then the retailers going to ship it to the consumers. Xbox is probably under 35 million, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're probably not even at 35 million. Just like how Sony has 99 million GPUs, but they're not even at 90 million. They're at like at 85 million. But they need those GPUs to assemble the product. They have to assemble it and put it all together.
Don't say GPU.
Well, I don't give a shit, man.
Don't say GPU, please.
You know what I'm saying? That at this point, it's all semantic now. The bottom line, you need the components, assemble the components, QC the system, box it up, and then ship it out.
And to be fair, Overdone said,
I gotta reiterate too, though, that report is fucking 7. So those numbers are not
AD, you sound like K-Meg out here. You can't. Some shit you can't
argue.
We can't argue.
So in 7 months, Microsoft gonna buy any more fucking APUs?
Like, yeah, but here's the thing. You know how the companies come out with projections? So here they plan, they buy in bulk the whole year because it's gonna take time. It's not like they can manufacture a minute. They have to assemble this shit.
The amount of APUs that they bought, you can't still accurately predict how many Xboxes are out there. Same with the fucking PlayStation. You know, we know the only thing that we know is that from April of last year they bought
not last year, April this year.
Sorry, this year, whatever. They bought 37 million APUs from AMD, and that's all that we know. We know that from April till now they bought more, obviously. But it still doesn't give us.
No, that's not obvious.
Hold on a second.
Wait, hold on.
That's not obvious.
They said he is gaslighting himself. He on that Trump wave.
The one thing that is definite though is that the PlayStation is winning this generation. That's no doubt. It's a good machine. It's selling fantastically. It's not the most powerful machine, but it has the best exclusives. And that's really pushing this generation.
Hold on,
and
pay the bills.
It's selling well. And I don't understand why the Sony guys need to you're winning the generation. Like nobody is doubting that.
Hold on, let me pay the bills.
Bro, the conversation. We already know console war ended during Microsoft's unveiling of Xbox.
What the fuck? Y'all in here tripping, man.
They ended then. Oh shit! So shit! Post up, son.
Mute the background. Hold on, let me pay the bills real quick. Post up. Mute the show in the background. I said Overdone. Who would be interested in the Xbox in Japan and Europe? And my man Lionel Bolton said, "Yo, see this man dealing that one-stop crack pipe." And my man here, Eric Field, that was what he said. He said, "Dudes sound like Fox News. He on that Trump wave. He ain't gaslighting himself." Wait. But listen, it's not about Xbox PlayStation thing. That show was never about that. The Xbox guys made it until again. I tried my best not to make it a Xbox versus because that wasn't my intentions. I could have went out that motherfucker and been mad, but that was me being professional and putting my journalistic hat on. I said these are not ship number. These are the number of GPU, whatever the AMD x86 that was sold to. Because this company is responsible for anything dealing with pixels, whether it's TVs, anything with pixels. Well, you have the NPD who counts everything. They do a whole bunch of other things. His company just deals with pixels, and again. They are not. This is not VG charts. They are paid by Samsung, AMD, Sony. They're paid by all these other companies. They've been in business for a while. You know what I mean? Maybe they got caught up on the whole GPU thing and APU. Not to be, but that wasn't that about. These are what AMD manufactured. This is for their investors. Hey, this is what we sold to Microsoft. This is what we sold to Sony. X, Y, and Z. You see Nintendo switches because they don't.
Y'all in here tripping, man.
You know what I mean? So that's what.
Let me show you how to damage control, man. See, let me show you how to damage control. You got 2 different GPUs. You got the GPU that's in the OG Xbox in the S and the GPU that's in the X. Shit. Those are 2 different part numbers, man.
That's actually accurate.
No, man.
So we don't got no accurate account because we don't know if we're talking about the GPU and the OG Xbox or the GPU and the X. Those 2 different part numbers, my brother. I got you, D. Hey, D, I got you. I'm gonna help you out, brother. I got you.
I hear this garbage. I have to take off my cleaning gloves, get in here. I'm not all prepared.
No, man.
No, that's just as bad as Lamont's forest.
Yo, listen, you and Fox News.
Pulled out the forest.
You know I ain't the biggest fan of RDX, man. Fuck them niggas, right? You hopped on that Trump news shit.
They didn't say that.
No, y'all went out there try to throw my black ass up under the bus and make yourself sound spooky. I won't go back and forth with you. I ain't got the energy. And again, May said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Even my man was like, what's up with these assets? Like, I don't even know, bro. Welcome to the council one. I do apologize. Because I ain't want to bring no shit to him. That's why they left the shit alone. I ain't even talk about it no more. See, do they not understand these are the numbers that AMD sold to Microsoft and this, that, the other? I'm like, man, bro, I don't know, man. My name is Bennett, and like I said, I apologize for any slack.
No, but in all honesty, though, that little been clear.
No, because I didn't read the report. That shit is clear as goddamn day. Page 12. No. I left the link.
No, but it was. Listen. When there's a miscommunications happen all the time. All that needed to be done was a tweet sent out.
No, it didn't. He said this is what AMD sold to Microsoft. This is what AMD sold to fucking.
Yes, but
Sony.
the wrong terminology. Hold on a second. But the wrong terminology of GPU is what started this whole debate. And
no, it was that 37 million. That's what started the debate.
All that need to be said was refer to page 12 of the document where
I will hate your question. Had that report said 50 million?
I had dudes that don't even know 1 + 1 try to come at me with the whole APU GPU. It's a semantic argument to damage control the 37-minute shift. That's all it was.
Hold on a second. We figured that he misspoke. Nobody was.
I ain't see none.
Otherwise, but it needed to be clarified. That's all I'm saying. Because it came into question his credibility. But like I said, if the page 12 of that document was referred, this all could have been diffused. I don't know. People like to make things bigger than they are.
Or maybe if people would have read it, it could have been diffused. Because I knew exactly what he was doing.
Shout out to AP the shooter for the 499. He said, but last show post up, you were saying that they were the same GPU when One Stop Games was curb stumping your ass. Z, pull the tapes, fuck nigga. So let me explain this. The OG Xbox and the Xbox One S has the same GPU. The only thing difference is that the GPU and the S, which is same as one in the OG, just got a boost. Just got the CPU got a boost, and the GPU got a boost. The GPU that's in the X is a entirely different GPU than what's in the S in the OG Xbox. Okay, so that's why I'm having my brother D. It's two different part numbers. We need to
but here's the thing: to start the bullshit, though, AMD doesn't care. A GPU sells a GPU cell. Remember, this report is about them. It's not about Microsoft and Sony. That's the problem. People can't separate the console war than what. And now, granted, I'm using it for fuck shit, but that's not the intent of the report. It's kind of like the Bible. The Bible ain't so that way we could kill gays, but that's how people want to use it for.
But Porter Rock, if people are using it like that, it's
who used it like that? I damn sure didn't.
I'm sure
listen. I'm gonna say this, D. Had that report said in his show like this. Listen, I'm talking about my report. Porter Rock did what he did. Obviously, because you know what I mean. If that report would have showed Xbox in a like 50 million, you guys been jumping, fucking heel clicking. I wouldn't heard shit else about it, right? You know what I mean? I didn't. You know what I mean? But then again, and I said again, it's under. I wasn't even trying to be messy. That wasn't even the purpose of the goddamn show. I was trying to be professional. I was looking at it from the most. If you look at the last 2 years, which I've always been complaining about, they went from buying, let's say, 8 or 9 million GPUs a year, and you look at 2016, 16 to 18, where that 8.5 has dropped down to 4 million. And my man said here, it's about the games, which I've always said. We all know it's been businessable, and that's the way I took it. Report. I still again wasn't making fun, and I was just saying, hey, Microsoft gonna put out better games, and he was basically saying, well, Sony is selling well because they have better games. Again, and maybe that was the fuck shit on my behalf, you know what I mean? But that goes back to what I like. Even looking at these numbers, if we look at the last 2 years, you know what I mean? Again, it was you guys that took it somewhere else, but the shit wasn't. I'm like,
hey, not you guys. I wasn't all involved.
I saw the tweet, D. I saw the tweet. To be fair, they use APIs. I don't know what this guy is talking about.
All I said was that they don't use GPUs. They use APUs. That's all.
Oh man,
that's all I said.
I don't know. To me, it was
that's all I said.
It was very ignorant. It was very classist.
I know. All I'm saying, people went at me on Twitter, and because now I know where they got it from.
Yeah.
So then I'd be like, if you look at page 12, talk about that. But for the sake of comparing it to NVIDIA and Intel, who don't really make
it, but that needs to be clarified for people that didn't watch the video, that didn't know all the details.
Let me put it this way. Let me tell you something. The ignorance. If people.
Oh, Porter, what happened?
It's our
report, and
hold on,
that's it.
Rock. It's our jobs. Hold on. It's our jobs, professionals. It's our jobs as YouTubers that are in this industry or do it for fun or want any type of credibility. That when we see something that is wrong, that we correct it. Mishaps happen all the time on both sides. All I'm saying is that instead of this whole big long narrative, all that need to be referred was at page 12 that states that the GPU is the GPU that they're referring to is actual APU. That's all that I'm saying. That's it.
I'm asking a question now, D. With that being said, you take your own advice. You guys made the shit about the numbers, about they being inaccurate. Or you guys are gonna come out there and say, you know what, guys, we were wrong. Because it was you guys again that made this think about it by they not being credible. He don't know what he's talking about. They don't even have GPUs in Xbox. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh,
well, I'll point it out to the rest of the crew over there that on
no, stop it. Stop
document.
Hey, D, stop
you can hear the pain in his voice.
He's referred to as
stop it, D. Listen, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. This is like bang bang shit, nigga. Pick a side. Ain't no multi-console owners in bang bang, nigga. You either Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Nintendo. Pick a side. Ain't all this, you know what I mean?
Man, I pick my own side.
You out there looking real spooky, brother. Hold on, let me pay the bills right quick. Stuart Stokes. Remember, Xbox is PC, so they had 150 million. And Overdone said it's your job to be professional damage controlling. Like, shit looking real spooky out that motherfucker, man.
Yo, you don't know how many people want at me with the
yeah.
shit coming from.
Yeah.
But
holy shit.
It came from the RDX podcast.
Send me the whole document. I want to read the entire document.
Man, leave that shit alone.
Oh shit, you talking about this and you haven't read it?
Oh man,
shit, bro.
Anytime we need to be professional out here. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, listen, man. All I'm gonna say is this, man. Listen. My opinion is my opinion. I'll tell you this, guys. I don't have no reason to lie about goddamn video games. Can I be wrong about my opinion? But I don't even ever be wrong about opinion. You know what I mean? But I always tell you, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, and that report is down to maybe a 1%, which he said numerous times. You know what I mean? So give or take. This is not VG charts or anything like that. It's not even meant to be used for a console war. I think again, it was used on some fuck nigga shit, but that wasn't what the report was about. It's not even Xbox versus Sony or even AMD. Maybe we can say maybe AMD versus Nvidia, or they just report was put together for AMD and their investors and how well they're doing in the x86 or in the console. They got basic console gaming in the headlock. You know?
That's really what the report is about, because it was commissioned by AMD.
Yes.
So it's really, this report was put together for AMD, and you know what I'm saying, comparison to Nvidia and Intel. That's really what the report is really about. Yeah. It's really about that. Yeah. And also the growth of these architectures in console gaming. Yes. That's all the report really is.
Yes.
Z, MM2K, and me, we brought the fuck shit, because if you got information like AMD and their investors know they sold 37 million GPUs to Microsoft, I saw that as, then how the fuck is Microsoft selling 40 or more million Xbox when they haven't even manufactured 40 million? Yeah. That's what I did. Yeah. And after that shit went fucking
Yeah. Hold up, my man Chad said D out there working in the electronic department at Walmart, fuck nigga.
I didn't hear the mic cut out. What
he said D working in the electronic department at Walmart, and giving his numbers and shit, man. But anyway, listen, man.
Nah, man, I work at Target, man.
Listen, man. Listen. All I'm trying to say,
man, y'all wouldn't have found this dude, man.
Hey,
y'all
listen.
Cheating.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You looking real spooky out that motherfucker, bro. I ain't trying to lie. Like, you just trying to justify slavery, man. Bro, I ain't even gonna bullshit you, man. I was attacked. Your brother was attacked. And he said, no. Listen, to be fair, they don't even use GPUs. I don't know what Z got this guy from. Man. He had to be drunk. Threw me smooth under the butt. I said, listen here, man. I was in my feelings. I said, man, god damn, man. Ep2 Brute. You too, Brutus? But listen, it is what it is, man. You know, that may went over a lot of you guys' head there, but yeah, Ep2 Brute. God damn, man. Shit. You too, Brutus. But listen, did you guys enjoy the show today? I hope you did, man. And again, Porter Rock, thank you. You're savage as fuck as always, man.
Hey Z, I sent you the. You send it D, because I can't find the link, but I downloaded the.
Yeah. Okay.
The PDF, so I have it. So I sent is uploading.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So I sent it to you on Facebook.
Those was cumulative numbers too, right?
Yeah, cumulative total.
Meaning
total shipments.
Meaning total, yeah. So So it wouldn't even matter about the. Okay, well, I ain't gonna even give myself an L like that.
I'm gonna just stay quiet.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna get back to God of War.
Hey, yo, like I said, you motherfuckers out there trying to argue like we can't do that, man. What the fuck's we doing out here, yo? It's looking bad for the Xbox community, yo. I ain't gonna bullshit.
But I was wondering, yo, because I got flooded with this. I'm like, wait a minute, what happened?
Yeah, man.
I seen that on Twitter, boy. You was going to war.
Everybody,
hey, yo, I hop smooth about that
you
G-Ride.
stupid motherfucker. I was like, what?
Hey, yo, I ain't having any Puerto Rock. You had time to that. I hop smooth about that G-Ride, man. I ever say, my man was even getting some slack. I said, bro, I'm sorry. He said, what's wrong with those guys? They ain't numbers? How do you even argue science and math? I said, man, listen, I apologize, Con. This is the council award thing.
Man, listen, you got motherfuckers saying, so you can have anything at this point.
Yeah, so I tried my best, you know. I mean, I didn't want any backlash or to come back.
I just feel bad. I hope that dude's not getting attacked.
Yeah, you know he is. Motherfuckers didn't know. Your motherfuckers don't read, man.
He goes,
I need to be.
He had no idea. Yo, he's probably like, I'm never black podcast ever again.
And they just took and looked at the goddamn page 12. It says it right there, clear as goddamn day. I'm like, yo, but if you even go one jar, it got Intel, this, all the other companies, and you look right there. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
See, what had happened was nobody read the report. That's what happened. Nobody read it. They just went off what y'all said because they weren't really paying attention to the report. It was all about the perception of thinking y'all was presented it in a fanboyish way. And that's the only thing they seen. And so Puerto Rock reads the report and read thoroughly through and comes out with a claim that the report backs up and they still how you gonna jump on this man and you ain't read one page?
Hey, I told you, yo. Nah, I told you. Pop Smooth. And listen, to be fair, Z don't know what he's talking about. Let's be clear, this okay? He's talking. That guy's an idiot. I said, God damn.
Yo, Puerto Rock went and read the whole report. When I know when we looked at a couple pages, but Puerto Rock read the whole report.
And then 2K's like, yo, can you read the whole shit? I'm like, shit.
Hey,
I'm already on page 29.
Hey, yo, but now it's the crazy part. Come on, we being professional. They want to say, I don't know where Z get this guy from. He has to be. I don't know, Z. That's Top Gunner. They said my man John Pretty was Top Gunner. I said, oh. I said, oh, shit.
Z pulling dudes out of thin air. And he wasn't credible, even though his company been out for years, years and years and years.
Yeah, I don't have. That's what I'm telling you. Sometimes, man, I have fun with this whole console war.
That's why. Shout out to him and 2K for getting that. But that's the thing. The dude has nothing to do with console.
I tried to say that. Listen, maybe I blame myself because
he probably didn't even know what's happening.
Hey, bro, maybe I blame myself.
Anything dealing with pixels.
Because I'm always on some fuck shit, right? And you know my integrity is always in question. So maybe. But I was trying to. I had put my journalistic hat on. I was trying to, ask. Got my white man voice on, the office voice. I'm getting my Ben Carson on right now, right? So I'm like, damn. So then my brother D, I don't know where Z get this information from, man. It's not a GPU. What is he guy talking about, man? I said, oh, shit. I said, F2 Brute. Now listen, man, I'm cool with both sides, man. The multiplayer, the RDX, man. But I don't know what Z's talking about, dealer. I said, oh shit. It's obvious.
I heard that everybody immediately went to it's not a GPU, it's an APU.
Yes, I got flooded on my timeline and on YouTube with this whole APU thing. And I'm like, bro. But now especially on YouTube, dudes are coming out like flooding my comments with that shit. It's an APU, not a GPU. You don't know shit, Puerto Rock. So I replied. I gave them the attachment, right? Because you can attach, right? The link, whatever. And I told them look at page 12. Boy, they didn't reply back. They're like, damn, bro, that backfired. That backfired. They ran away.
Yeah. Listen, man. Like I said, man, I listen. May God forgive me, man. I don't know what the fuck I done did with the Xbox side of it. Like some things you can't argue. Like we can go back. Who got the better games? All that subjective. But like I said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? Like we got to cut that shit out there, man. Oh, my man, overdone shit. Sure, it's professionalism not to even read the report. And Stuart Stokes said, don't blame them. Most Xbox read at second grade level, man. Yeah, man. He said, it was the guy's fault. He should have came out there and clarified it in a tweet. It's called professionalism.
And that's what I brought out. Is no different than you go to university. on a particular book. You're expected to have read the book. If you didn't read the book and you don't understand what the lecture's talking about, that's your fault. Why are you even in the audience?
Yeah, man. So, I don't even know, man. But you know what? Like I said, listen, Porter Rock, I think you have the patience of a saint. I ain't got it in me sometime, bro. And without me cursing, me getting banned on Twitter. Like, I don't even care. For some things, I don't even care to go back and forth. I just let them go. So now Xbox guys want to run the Z Hughes. Now, listen. All for the whole generation, Z Hughes was incredible, right? I could have been on my fuck shit, right? You know, I could have went there. Now listen, all generation of Z Hughes, he done blocked BGST members and all types of shit, right? He wasn't no fucking incredible, right? But not like, come on, what are we doing here? Like, come on, stop. And not like this, man. What's that meme? What's that meme from the Matrix? And that white girl be like, not like this. I just sit back and shake my head, like, not like this.
What's funny is Z Huge made the same exact mistake because he's using cell shipments of the console to stores. That's not what the report is talking about. Yeah. It's not talking about console shell shipments. It's just talking about what AMD did in relation to the companies, which is just their GPU, APU, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just what AMD's interests are. They don't give a fuck if Microsoft can't sell consoles. Yeah. All they're concerned about is how many GPU, APUs do you want? You want 4 million this year? Fine. You get 4 million. Sony, how many do you want? You want 99? All right, here you go. That's all they care about.
Hey, yo, D said, fuck, he hopped smooth off the G-Rod. He said, Satan, take the will of my here. Hey, yo, get your ass up out of here.
That's funny. He coming, I don't know, where's he coming from?
What? Well, I'm coming.
1080p CT.
Yeah, like, listen, like, you don't sit your ass down somewhere, some goddamn where, pick a side, stop all that goddamn...
And 4K switch.
Yeah, if you don't, listen, that's what the fuck I'm talking about, man.
But that's what's hilarious. 4K switch, $400.
Hey, Dave, you gonna sit your ass down and start trying to play both sides of the fence here, bro? Pick a side, man. They ain't gonna like you, no matter what you do, nigga. That audience ain't gonna follow your ass, man. But they gonna leave that one alone. But anyway, listen, if you guys enjoyed the show today, man, I guess hit the like button, man, and thank you, D, for the entertainment. The last 30 minutes of entertainment, that was a class. I might just flip that off alone. Came here and beat the shit out of him right quick. Come take that L. You know what I mean? He said, my man, shout out my man SS9, is the best panel on YouTube, hands down. I appreciate the kind words, man. Real talk, I appreciate it, man. But we out of here, man. That was funny, though, man.
Shit.
Listen, man. They ain't gonna like you, D. Pick a side. No, ain't no multi-console. I'm cool with the RDX. I'm cool with the multiplayer, man. Nah, fuck all that, nigga. Pick a side. No matter what you do, that audience ain't gonna go with you, nigga. You see your views. I'm trying to tell you, stop all that bootlegging, bro. Stop all that shit, man. Stop it, man. Listen, stop it, man. We out of here, man. Shit. Fuck it, man.
Grand opening.
Hey, yo.
Grand closing.
Fuck who all that out of finna wrap this shit back up about to begin. You know?
I don't read your shit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say, stop that shit, man. Stop all